Welcome to MTBS-TV. I'm Neil Schneider. Forgive the production values. This is the first time we've ever done something like this. One of our members, also known as Yuri the Best, or Yuri Niktich, in his words, he's been waiting for us to do this for years. So I think he's as much, if not more, excited than we are. So we didn't want to let him down. This broadcast is actually made possible by the Monero 3D webcam. I'll explain how momentarily. Now let me just give you a quick tour of my office here at MTBS. We're based in Toronto, Canada, and let me just show you one of the machines. This is the NVIDIA GeForce 3D Vision solution. It's based on LCD shutter glasses. We also have, this is the Vuzix VR920. It's a head-mounted display. The machine I'm running on now is a Zalman interlaced monitor, so we have an interlaced solution as well. In the other room, we have an IZ3D solution, and for console, in the other room, we have a PlayStation as well. So we have all types of 3D and gaming solutions nearby for testing games with. Now, let me show you, I call it my ego wall, and with good reason. To the right, this is a poster from a demo that we did alongside Electronic Arts and LG and DDD, who make stereoscopic 3D drivers. Together we did a demonstration of a Need for Speed shift, and it's because of this demonstration and the response to it that Electronic Arts decided to move forward and take a game currently in development and implement stereoscopic 3D support. So we're very excited, very proud of that. To the left, this is a poster from well, I'm Executive Director of the S3D Gaming Alliance, and this is the poster from our first meeting at the 3D Entertainment Summit. So for those unfamiliar, S3D Gaming Alliance, or S3DGA, it's an industry organization 100% focused on making stereoscopic 3D gaming successful in the home. And we do this through standards, through education, and of course, getting the industry together. Now, the first meeting was at the 3D Entertainment Summit, and our next meeting is taking place at the 3D Gaming Summit. Now, why do I bring up the 3D Gaming Summit? Well, it's taking place a week of April 19th, most likely in Los Angeles. And to my understanding, this is going to be the first conference nearly 100% focused on stereoscopic 3D gaming. Normally, it's usually about 3D film and so on. This is the first time that there's going to be a conference focused on 3D gaming. I'm very excited. If you're a member of the 3D industry, if you have an interest in 3D gaming, that includes game developers, display manufacturers, enablers, or technology enablers, you have to be there. It's critical. Very important conference. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the Monero 3D webcam. We're very appreciative to Monero for sending this camera so we could do this broadcast. The specs are as follows. Each camera eye is literally a dual camera webcam, and each camera has a resolution of 640 by 480 pixels, and it runs at a maximum 30 frames per second. Now, it supports most chat systems. This includes Skype, it includes Windows Live Messenger, and so on. And more than chat, for those who are into actually doing broadcasts like this, it supports anaglyph and side-by-side outputs, as well as interlaced. Now, what we would like to see out of the solution, first off, we'd like to see native IZ3D and NVIDIA GeForce 3D Vision solution support, if possible. I think that would be a big plus. The performance, I don't know if you can tell with this video, but there's sluggishness between the left and right camera view. I don't know if this has to do with it being connected to a USB connector, like a USB 2.0 connector. Maybe it's just not fast enough to pass the signal through. Maybe it's a software limitation, maybe it's a hardware limitation, we don't know. If this could be improved, it would be greatly appreciated. And in Skype, like if you're using chat software, we find that in the case of Skype, the camera will occasionally reset itself, turn itself off, turn itself on in the middle of a chat. We haven't nailed down the exact cause for this, but if it is something that could be improved, again, much appreciated. Let's talk a little bit about Avatar. Unless you've been living under a rock, everyone's heard of Avatar. The game, the movie's anticipated, I believe, 17th of December. The game's coming out December 1st. Everybody's excited about this. Now, at MTBS, we'd like to correct an error. If we made an error during, we wouldn't call it a review, but in a preview of the Avatar demo, and I'd like to elaborate. In particular, we reported that NVIDIA can't accept left-right images like other solutions. What happened was we were, of course we were testing the game on interlays and IZ3D on the different solutions in the market. And out of everything tested, we found that the NVIDIA GeForce 3D Vision just wasn't looking as good. There were double blur effects, glow effects, all kinds of problems that the other solutions weren't facing. So I made the error of assuming the reason this is because you can't synchronize the glasses directly with the game and you had to work through the driver, that it was this lack of a direct relationship between the developer and the driver that caused these anomalies compared to the other solutions. Well, this opinion didn't just come out of the air. I mean, NVIDIA advised me at FMX09 that their form of optimization was all about having coordinates in Z buffer axis. At SIGGRAPH 2009, Nicholas Schultz from Crytek expressed concern that they didn't have the means to pass on a left and right image.
We are doing a lot of assumptions which are not good for a complex engine as we do. We do so much advanced stuff in our rendering pipeline that the rules that they give us with the driver are way too restrictive. We don't want to restrict ourselves to some more things like where we have to respect some render target ratio and such things. We really prefer to do the stereo ourselves because we have a lot more control and can do it more efficiently.
Now, fortunately, NVIDIA has continued to make improvements to their product since then. Ubisoft is, and we've heard this from Ubisoft, is they're taking advantage of a new, they call it an NVIDIA Stereo Blit system. And the idea is that the 3D is put out in a full-size, side-by-side image with a stereoscopic tag, so they know how to synchronize with the glasses. Now, they did point to a public document, so it's not like non-disclosure material. However, NVIDIA said they did want to keep this somewhat confidential, so we're not going to point to that document. However, what the moral of the story is that for game developers that are interested, you do have the means of passing a full left and right image to your specifications to the NVIDIA solution, which is a very big deal for artists in the gaming industry who want the images to look exactly the way they want. And just so you know, for end gamers, for gamers who want to enjoy the demo today, all of the 1.17 or later CD for the NVIDIA GeForce 3D Vision, and you will get a very similar experience to the other 3D solutions on the market, very positive experience as well. We're actually showing DX9 footage of Avatar with GeForce 3D Vision. And why are we showing DX9 and not DX10? Well, we're using software called Fraps to record this, and there is a limitation that when it comes to stereoscopic 3D footage, they cannot yet record DirectX 10. So we are limited to DX9 for the recording. But when it comes to actually playing the game, you will be able to play in full DX10 mode. Now, as I mentioned, the full release of the game is due out December 1st, so all our commentary about the game is limited to the demo. As far as the compatibility, how good the game is, and so on, we really can't speak to that officially until we have a full copy of the game in our hands, so we can properly test it on the different solutions in the market. We've reached out to Ubisoft to get a copy of this game. As soon as we have one, of course, we'll fill you in and share the expectations with you, what you can expect out of the game. Now, something we do have in our hands is Capcom Resident Evil 5. And we've actually, for the US today, we've got video footage of different 3D solutions as well, including NVIDIA and DDD. We didn't have enough time to do the IZ3D solution, but we did set the expectations there as well. We think you'll be very happy with the results. And just so you know, DDD put out a special version of their driver, an updated beta through MTBS 2.4.3 Beta 2. You will need this to play Resident Evil 5, but again, you should expect a positive experience. And that's everything. So we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'd like to do more. By all means, share your feedback and ideas. Please excuse the production values. It will get better with time as we get more experienced at this. And thanks again, and please come back.